And guys, get this, there is the chance for some snow showers around on Friday. It's taken us to March to talk about maybe some snow, but we're talking about little or no accumulation right now. And Bloom Watch is on. I'll have more on that coming up in a minute, but I want to show you the radar right now. So we're still tracking some scattered showers out there this evening. Those will quickly come to an end. More importantly, it's going to be kind of chilly and windy overnight tonight. Not too bad out there right now, though. Most of us are in the 60s, 69 in Washington. We tied the record high today in the district of 80 degrees. And your planner for tomorrow, we start off chilly at 46. It's blustery from start to finish tomorrow. You'll want at least a jacket, maybe even the warmer jacket. 51 degrees will be our high. The good news, it's looking like we'll have plenty of sunshine, so you want the sunglasses as well. But the morning and evening commutes looking good aside from the winds. At recess, the kids will want the jacket, at least long sleeves, and the same thing goes for outdoor exercise. Tomorrow, I'm now fast forwarding to Friday. I want to show you future weather. I do think it is slightly overdone, but I just want to show you the potential of what we're looking at. So we're looking at a quick hitting clipper system to move through, mainly during the morning and midday hours. Here we are, 8 a.m., so this is the chance for some snow showers. Temperatures, though, likely above freezing, kind of like we've seen in all of our events this year. So it might kind of be raining snow out there, not really supporting the accumulation. Around noon, we're still tracking some rain and snow showers across the area. And then as we head into the afternoon and evening hours, we're likely mainly dry, but I think mostly cloudy. Here's the latest on the cherry blossom. So this picture is the stage that they're at right now, where we're starting to see those green color in the buds. That's the current stage. It's stage 1 of 5 before we hit peak bloom. Peak bloom this year expected to be between March 14th and the 17th, way above average. Average peak bloom is about April 4th. So I'm going to keep updating that forecast as we get the latest information from the National Park Service over the next few weeks. Look at Friday. We're chilly, a high of only 42 degrees. And there's about a 40% chance for some rain and snow showers around, again, mainly during the morning and midday hours. The weekend, first weekend of March, it's looking chilly. 48 on Saturday, 45 on Sunday, but we'll keep it dry both days. And then Monday, we do warm back up, 61. We continue to warm through Tuesday. Later in the day on Tuesday, a cold front, another cold front, looks to move through the area. And then we're windy on Wednesday, and then the chance for some showers by next Friday, guys. But again, big story as we close out the work week. Blustery and chilly out there, and then maybe some snow showers on Friday.
All right, thanks, Amelia. About 40 minutes from now, former Vice President Joe Biden will receive the Congressional Patriot Award. It comes from the Bipartisan Policy Center and honors leaders who are committed to courage in the face of partisanship. Former President Obama surprised Mr. Biden last month by awarding him the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor.
A wild, out-of-control chase on the George Washington Parkway that didn't stop when the suspect crashed his car.
And now we're learning some new details about how it all went down. Jim Hanley, Wendy Rieger in the newsroom with more.
Yeah, hi, guys. This was a wild one. We first told you about this earlier. Police chase a guy down the GW Parkway. He crashes his car, gets out, and steals a police car and keeps going.
115 miles an hour. That's how he keeps going before he crashes. Well, the News 4i team just got new photos of that crash, and we are now learning how he's going to be punished, plus also new at 5. What does a lion do when he has a toothache? I found out recently at the National Zoo when Luke the lion went to get a root canal, and I got to sit through the procedure, and I got to pet him while he was out and look into the business end of the King of Beast. This was an amazing experience. The video, you have got to see this. And Luke himself is a very cool guy. He's the alpha male at the zoo, and he's got a great backstory. So this is coming up at 5 o'clock. You're really going to want this.
Were you nervous? Because you stroked it, you ran your fingers through his mane.
I couldn't. You know, finally they said, could you put some gloves on if you're going to keep touching this? And I was like, yeah, sure. I don't want to get my germs all over him. Oh, he was amazing, amazing, amazing. And it's just really cool to be around a creature that powerful. Right. He was under anesthesia, obviously, but it was really interesting how they do this. And also the veterinarian dentist, who's a dentist to exotics, and he's a local guy. So there's a whole lot of interesting little stories in taking Luke to the dentist.
And those teeth are ginormous. Goodness gracious, we can't wait to see that.
And he's a Leo.
That's right. So pause up at 5 o'clock,
yes.
folks. We'll see you then.
Right. Yeah, no reason to be nervous. He's out like a light.
Exactly.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. A developing story now. Police officers accused of betraying the badge. 7 members of a special Baltimore City Police gun task force are facing federal racketeering and conspiracy charges. The FBI says they have proof the officers robbed people, they filed false police reports, and lied about overtime. Baltimore's police chief says this case is related to reform efforts his department is working on with the federal government. The police union points out the officers are innocent until proven guilty. Well, it isn't a stunt from a Hollywood movie. This is how a high-speed chase ended for an inmate on the run. The man was trying to escape from a work release program in Louisiana. He stole an employee's pickup truck, then led sheriff's deputies on a high-speed chase. The deputies deployed a spike strip that sent that truck and the driver into a ditch and then into the air. The truck eventually ended up flipped over and on its roof. The inmate and the passenger were both arrested.
Wow, that looked like special effects there. The holy season of Lent is now underway. Christians across the world are marking Ash Wednesday by receiving ashes on their foreheads in the shape of a cross. The Archbishop of Washington celebrated Mass today at St. Matthew's Cathedral in DuPont Circle. During Lent, Christians focus on repenting for their sins before celebrating Christ's resurrection on Easter Sunday.
A massive investigation shuts down several international money laundering rings.
Yeah, today authorities unsealed federal indictments charging 19 people with taking part in various scams. Consumer reporter Susan Hogan is joining us with, this is a real victory for law enforcement.
Not only is this a victory for law enforcement, this is a huge victory for the victims who wired millions of dollars to these alleged criminals. The charges were announced today at the U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. The arrest followed a multi-year investigation by federal and international law enforcement agencies. Now, the defendants were arrested overnight and today in a law enforcement operation coordinated by the FBI. The arrest took place in New York, Los Angeles, as well as Hungary, Bulgaria, Germany, and Israel.
It was, however, the art of deception and human nature that allowed the criminals to carry out their illegal activity by exploiting individuals that entrusted that they were dealing with legitimate business people.
Now, these alleged schemes exposed included online vehicle fraud, where scammers actually falsely advertised cars for sale they didn't own, and buyers unknowingly wired money to fake accounts. Business email compromise scheme. Now, here the criminals posed as executive employees and convinced lower-level employees to wire money for their company into fake bank accounts. 2 other fraudulent practices included an unlicensed money transmitting network and an international money laundering conspiracy. In all of these schemes, they stole more than $13 million from more than 170 victims, primarily all in the United States. Now, if convicted, each of these suspects face about 10 years in prison and millions of dollars in fines. This is one of those things where for victims, it really is kind of one of those, we do these scams all the time, and you think when you report them, they're not going to go anywhere. They do go anywhere, and actually there's, now proof with the FBI and this massive sting.
Yeah, this was pretty high-level stuff as well.
Huge sting, yeah, and there's more to follow.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you, Susan.
Sure.
Look, we're not the only ones who just saw some rough weather. Take a look at this. Almost 100 million people across the country saw these storms. A look at the cleanup and where the weather took a tragic turn.
And the worst may be behind us, but there's still a lot to talk about for Storm Team 4. More rain and a drop in the mercury. Team coverage first at 4.
Tonight, you think your car's in park, but
in the worst case, that means the car could roll away.
the design change in some cars' gear shifts that could be putting your safety in jeopardy. Susan Hogan is working for you tonight on News 4 at 11.
Just how far